face, he'll burn you. Mike Davis hits 1,000 and busts right through. Looks like it's all right here. Did he catch it? Are you kidding me? Hands caught. Touchdown, Carolina.
He missed it. He missed it. He missed it. He missed it. Best quarterback in school history. Maybe the best in the country today.
That'll do it. Make it 5 and every streak's alive.
These two Capital One bowls in a row are pretty nice, but that state championship ain't bad either.
Please direct your attention to the court, where we're joined by Athletics Director Ray Tanner.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the winningest coach in the history of South Carolina football and the highest-ranked team ever at season's end, Coach Steve Spurrier.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Gamecocks. First of all, I want to thank Coach Martin, basketball team, for allowing us a few moments. And also, it was neat to see Coach McGuire's players here. And we believe our team will hopefully return to the way we played back in the 70s. And hopefully soon, we'll have the basketball team at halftime of a football game real soon. All right. This is a special day for our team. This is a day we have an opportunity to sort of say thanks for the support that all of you give us throughout the course of the year. It gives you a chance to see our players without their helmets, shoulder pads, and all that, and give you a chance to show appreciation for the hard work these coaches and players have done to enable our school to do a whole bunch of stuff. And we are a relative football program in the nation because of these guys. I've always said football is the ultimate team sport because there's so many people involved, from our administrators, trustees, the president, all the way down, faculty, students, the band, the cheerleaders, the parents, and just football fans and alumni. Everybody's involved. And together, we win or we lose together. And that's the way it's been here at South Carolina. We all win together, and fortunately, we're doing a lot more winning lately. All right. I got a quote about 15, 18 years ago that I thought was very important. It was from one of the winningest high school coaches in the history of Georgia high school football, Wright Bazemore, Valdosta, Georgia. He said this: what separates a champion from everybody else is his ability to duplicate his accomplishments. Duplicate your accomplishments. You talk about 3 years of duplicating your accomplishments. That's what these guys have done. 3 years. 3 years ago, this team, players, coaches, had the best record in the history of the school, 11-2. We've done that for 3 years now, 11-2. This team has won 3 January 1 bowl games against some pretty good football schools: Nebraska, Michigan, Wisconsin. Not too bad. This team, 3 years ago, we'd never finished in the top 10, history of the school. We finished number 8 3 years ago, number 7, and now number 4. So we have learned that life is a lot nicer when you're in the top 10. Some people call the top 10 the promised land of college football. And we're living there right now. We're going to try our best to keep living there. Right, guys? Let's keep living there. All right. All right. One more. Also, another streak that we've got, talk about duplicating your successes and accomplishments. We have won 18 straight at Williams-Brice Stadium. We got the longest home winning streak in the nation, longest in school history, and that's a tribute to all of you scream and yell and pull for the Gamecocks. So that's our record. That's our team record right there. Yeah, Gerald reminded me of another streak we've got going right now. But it's not a 3-year streak, not a 4-year, it's a 5-year. We've been fortunate to beat that big orange team from the upstate about 5 straight years, pretty convincingly. And hoisting the state championship trophy, A.J. Cann and Ronald Patrick. Hoist that one up, fellas. And also raising the Capital One Bowl trophy, our linebackers, Kawan Lewis and Jordan Diggs. Get that Capital One up. Okay, I'm going to introduce all these guys pretty quickly. We got a couple of players going to say something at the end, and then we got a video from Connor Shaw right at the end also. He couldn't be here today. Okay, if you want to just sort of keep clapping as we go through, we'll go ahead and do that, okay? Okay, Gerald Dixon, defensive lineman. 44, Dixon, another D-line. J.T. Surratt, Mason Harris, D-line. Kawan Lewis, linebacker. Jordan Diggs, linebacker. Chaz Elder, safety. Chris Moody, safety. T.J. Gurley, defensive back. We all know Clowney had the hit against Michigan. This guy had the hit against Wisconsin. Victor Hampton. J.J. Marcus, safety. Bryson Williams, safety. Ronald Patrick, offensive guard. A.J. Cann. Cody Waltrip. Brandon Shell. Corey Robinson. All offensive linemen. Running backs. Brandon Wiles. 1,000-yard rusher, Mike Davis. Sean Carson, tailback. Clayton Stadnick. Tight end, Buster Anderson. Shamir Jeffrey, wide receiver. Kick returner, shotgun guy, Pharaoh Cooper. Wide receiver, we call him Governor Nicky Jones. Wide receiver, Shaq Rowland, big game against Wisconsin. Quentin Smith, wide receiver. Jarrell Adams, tight end. KJ Brent, wide receiver. Quarterback, next year's quarterback, Dylan Thompson. Punter, Tyler Hall. Kickoffs, Landon Arn. Snapper, Drew Williams. Another snapper, Ronald Culberson. All right, now we're going to introduce the coaches. These guys are just as important as anybody on the team. We got as good a coaching staff as anybody in America because of these guys right here. Linebacker coach, Kirk Botkin. Defensive line coach, Deke Adams. Deke only coached 2 first-team All-American linemen this year, Kelsey Quarles and Jadavion. Pretty good year for him. Defensive back coach, Grady Brown. Running back coach, Everett Sands. Special teams, Joe Robinson. Quarterbacks, G.A. Mangus. Defensive coordinator, assistant head coach, Whammy Ward. Offensive line coach, Sean Elliott. Head strength coach, Joe Connolly. Wide receiver coach, recruiting coordinator, Coach Steve Jr. Okay, we got a couple of players going to say a few words, and then we're going to put the video on. First of all, we're going to bring up the guy who made the hit heard round the world, J. Long Connor.
Hey! What's going on? Hey, it's been a great 3 years for me, man. You I remember just sitting in these same stands 3 years ago, getting recruited out of high school. The crowd was screaming, "We won't clown, we won't clown." Hey. And I knew this was where I had to be. This was going to be my home for 3 years, and I loved every bit of it. Go Cox.
Okay, listen up a minute. All right, this wide receiver, man, he caught a bunch of big passes during the course of his 3 years playing here. He not only caught 2 big ones against Missouri in that overtime win, caught 1 against Florida, our only touchdown. He's caught 3 against Clemson in his career. I think that's 3 more than their first-round pick he caught against us. But anyway, he caught the game winner against Michigan and had a huge game against Wisconsin. A huge game, 140 yards and 2 touchdown catches. Big play, Bruce Ellington.
Hey, hold on. Start over. One more time. I just want to thank you guys for everything, man. It's been great ever since I came here playing basketball, and y'all just, allowed me to come to the football team and stood cheering. I just want to let you know I love y'all and thank you for everything.
Okay, thanks, Gamecocks. And again, that home winning streak we've got going is a tribute to all of you. Right now, we've got the most difficult place in the country for an opponent to come try to win a ball game. So let's keep it up. All right, here comes the video with Connor Shaw.
Hey Gamecock fans, sorry I can't be here today, but thank you for making the past 4 years the best 4 years of my life. Thank you to everybody that came to Orlando for the Capital One Bowl game. It really felt like we were at Williams-Brice Stadium. Thank you again, and go Cox.